For my food lab, I'm gonna be making lemon bars. The recipe is from Barefoot Contessa and it's posted with this assignment. There's two parts to making the lemon bars, so first we're gonna be making the crust. So the directions say to cream butter and sugar in an electric mixer. So I'm using my KitchenAid and I already have the ½ pound of butter. And now I'm putting in the ½ cup of sugar. And when you're finished creaming the butter and the sugar, it should look like this. In a separate bowl, I've combined 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt and 2 cups of flour. And now I'm going to steadily add this into the butter and sugar. Once your dough looks like this, we're going to take it over and flatten it out on a well-floured cutting board. Alright, so now we're going to put the dough onto the surface. Okay, now you're going to knead it into a ball, like so. Now you're going to pick up your dough and put it in a 13 by 9 by 2 dish and flatten it out until it's about a ½ inch thick on all parts of the pan. How the finished product should look. And now we're going to place it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes to chill. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Afterwards, you're going to set the crust on the middle rack in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until lightly brown. Secondly, we're going to be making the filling for the lemon bars. Okay, so this recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. So to zest your lemon, you take a microplane or a zester and you go against the outside until you get 2 tablespoons. This recipe calls for a cup of lemon juice, so we have to freshly squeeze the lemons using this squeezer, and it catches all the seeds. We're going to be whisking together 6 eggs, 3 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, 1 cup of lemon juice, and lastly 1 cup of flour. After about 20 minutes, I took out the crust and I'm gonna let it cool now. And you want to make sure when you take it out, it's lightly brown over the top and the edges are a little darker. Once you're done baking the crust, make sure to leave your oven on because we're gonna bake the lemon bars another time. This is what the filling should look like, and now we're gonna pour it as evenly as possible on top of the crust. Okay, now we're gonna place it on the middle rack. We're gonna set our timer to 30 minutes, and it says it can vary from 30 to 35, so just make sure you're checking it. Once you take out your lemon bars from the oven, this is what it should look like. I took a knife and cut around the edges to make sure that it wouldn't stick. And now I'm gonna let it fully cool before putting the powdered sugar on and cutting them out of the pan. So now that they're cooled, I'm gonna put that powdered sugar in a sifter and sift it on top like so. This is the final product.